What's up, Cancer friends? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. I'm so happy to have all my beautiful crab friends here with me today, as well as the cross watchers. Welcome. We are going to do your September monthly tarot reading. Do keep in mind these are all going to be general messages. Not everything I say will resonate with you. I hope pieces and parts of it do. I hope lots of it does. But feel free to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign if you would like additional messages or more clarity on what I present. I welcome you to come into this with an open heart and an open mind. Sometimes messages do take a few weeks, a few days, a few months, whatever, to resonate. So yeah, be open to receiving those messages later down the line as well. Everything you need to know in this about this video will be in that description box below, including the decks I am using today, as well as my social media channels. Check those out. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Other than that, feel free to check out some of my prior postings. You still have, all zodiac signs still have a financial spread up. They have a love spread up. There's, of course, the August monthlies. Many of those messages are still going to be relevant to you, Cancer, so go ahead and check that out if you're interested. Otherwise, we are going to hop in for you. Cancer in the month of September, messages for your best and highest good. And thanks for joining me today. I love my Cancer squad. They have been very loyal and faithful to me, and I just want you to know I appreciate you guys. So your energy in the month of September is presenting as, ooh, Cancer, we're starting out strong, the Tower. Much needed change is what I'm getting here. Those feelings like you're a bit stuck and you aren't able to progress forward. But also feeling a little bit helpless of this is my scenario or my circumstance and I just can't seem to change it. Even if you're trying to make small strides forward or do something in a different way. Particularly in Leo season, it was like something about like the spark of the idea, but because we're headed into Virgo season now, it's like actually doing the work. And in this case, it's actually the undoing, if that makes sense. It's with the Tower energy, it's the stripping down, metaphorically, the stripping down naked so that we can be really vulnerable and look at what's going on and rebuild from there, right? Some of you may be going through some sort of, physical change in your body, if you're starting to exercise or eat differently, or maybe you've, I don't know, come out of the hospital and had some sort of medical scare, in which case you would need to like rebuild is what I'm getting here. I'm not predicting that. I think that would have already happened, but yeah, like major change. I am getting something about in the physical, in the tangible. Maybe financially you've gone through a really difficult time and now it's time to really look at, or I think, well, with Virgo, analyze the data and the details and the statistics of money going in and out, I guess, and how to rebuild, how to replenish the bank account. Or yeah, for something that you felt like you were trying to gain progress on, and it just wasn't budging. It's almost like stripping it down so you can build or renew. I'm sorry, build anew. It's called the Angel of Enlightenment in this deck, which is like a really beautiful way of putting it. I mean, as most of you probably know, towers are not the easiest energy to deal with, but it's like much needed change of things that were never going to bloom and blossom in a healthy way because the foundation, what it was built upon, was not sturdy or stable enough for longevity. And most of the time when we invest a lot of energy and passion and love or whatever it is, a relationship even, we want longevity, generally speaking. So this is like, okay, back to the drawing board where I'm just getting rebuilding from this. If you're coming out of Tower energy, then yeah, I think you've been enlightened to something in the process that, yeah, either wasn't like a healthy thing or it wasn't the most strategic way of going about it, or yeah, you've been enlightened to some sort of change that's going to be made. Some of you may be leaving a job and it's like you're jumping before, I don't know if it's before you get cut. It's not that, it's jumping before it implodes. It's like you may sense that you're at a company that's, I don't know if they're on thin ice or they just have like a weird way of doing things, but some of you it's like jumping to save your own life, just like jumping from the tower, jumping from the, excuse me, the burning building, right? Let's clarify this Tower for Cancer. What is the underlying energy of this Tower? What is causing this enlightenment or this major change? For a lot of you, it's really good, though. I do have to say that. And the thing is, it's not going to shock a lot of you either. I think it's change that was unavoidable. It was necessary. The Six of Wands. Okay, I like that. I mean, it's a card of victory. It's a card of triumph, frequently of recognition. accomplishing some sort of feat. It might be a major feat. It might be something that you've worked a lot on. But yeah, your passion, your efforts, your inspiration, your motivations, that was all in Leo season, right? That fire energy, that was all put forth. And yeah, it's like you leveled up, or you took a step up in, I don't know, in pay, in the relationship, and something was brought to light. Again, enlightenment, light, sunshine, Leo. You might be working with Leos, but yeah, you've proven your strength to yourself. You may have had to overcome some sort of major battle or conflict. Now that could be like a health scare, but it could also be among a group of people. Six of Wands comes after the Five of Wands, which is conflict and arguments and competition and kind of that heated, fiery tempers, if you will. So it seems like you've made it out to the other end of that. But something about this could be an enlightening moment about someone you've been working with who really showed their true colors, who it became really clear to you what their intentions or motivation was. And it was kind of just like, peace, I'm out. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Okay. So there is a great sense of freedom and pride and courage here. I was saying I am not getting terrible energy from this tower. It's like a much needed relief from something that was never meant to be, if that makes sense. Maybe some of you are branching off and going in your own into business, or leaving maybe a toxic relationship behind, be it a romantic partner or even with a parent, right? Having to sort of cut your losses and being like, I recognize my own value and my worth, and I'm going to fight for myself and what it is that I want to accomplish. So yeah, it's like the unhealthy household. I could even see this as like swan diving into the new. Swan diving into the ocean, right? Which is your element, that water, Cancer. So yeah, it's like whatever change is coming, while it looks rocky, maybe there's some uncertainty and there's, probably some fear, right? Ultimately, you're going to land in the ocean. It's, again, the swan dive, a swan song, your final goodbye of maybe just like, and I'm out. It's actually kind of, it's fun. Like there's an element of fun about it. I don't know what that is. Maybe some of you are going like bungee jumping, or what is it? Jumping out of a plane. I don't know what that is. Skydiving. That's going to leave me for like one or two of you. But anyway. All right. So what is your challenge or focus, Cancer? The Ace of Wands, inspiration. All right. So, coming out of that fiery Leo season, we have spent a lot of time thinking about our creative projects, what inspires us, what lights our fire, as I say. So something about maybe doing the work in Virgo season on that creative idea. Because Virgo season is earth energy, some of you are looking to build or grow in some area of your life, right? Could be romantic partnership. For a lot of you, it's going to be your work endeavor. Interesting. So instantly being clarified by the Six of Cups. I didn't even have to work for that. It just like fell out. All right. So it's based in nostalgia, in the past, an energy of the past. And the Six of Cups can sometimes be looking back in the past and realizing how much we've grown emotionally. For you, Cancer, it's something about how you've been slowly but surely gaining more control of your emotions, gaining more clarity, and deciding who you're giving your love and energy to, who you're giving your warmth and even your healing energy to, versus holding that back. It's like the magic wand has always rested in your hand, but maybe as you were learning, I'm almost getting like more innocent, naive energy. You were making magic in multiple areas, but it wasn't centrally focused. And so you were exerting energy in places that were dead ends. I hope that lands for some of you. So interestingly enough, this new beginning, this new motivation, this new passion, it's based in some sort of emotions that you learned in your past. It could be an emotional relationship that's returning from your past. But because it's coming up as the Ace of Wands, it would be something that excites you. It wouldn't necessarily be something that you were disappointed by. I am getting like mystery and question marks about how to proceed forward, which route to take. But yeah, I'm almost getting, you may have seen this as a closed door, an opportunity missed. And yet it may be something that it revisits you, and this comes out of nowhere. That's interesting, because for a lot of you, this tower moment, this major change that your energy is presenting as for September, I don't get a lot of surprise or mystery with that. It's like the writing was on the wall. Whatever structure was growing, whatever that means to you, you knew it wasn't going to last. And something about exerting your authority or really standing firmly in your beliefs and like fighting for the cause, fighting for what you want to do. For a lot of you in a work relationship, something about that changed your confidence so that you were able to part with this tower peacefully, confidently. Again, like the swan dive, it's very graceful. While other people are like bumping around, hitting rocks and cliffs, it's like intuitively, Cancer, you're very intuitive. You may have known that this major upheaval was coming. Maybe some of you are moving. You're leaving a city or a state or coming or going, something about that. But yeah, I'm just getting like cool as a cucumber. Like you're handling the change very well, which sometimes that can be difficult for Cancer, right? Like retreating in the crab shell, right? Before we really have to like assess the safety of our environment. But it's like, it's weirdly enough, it's like the environment you were in, you knew there wasn't safety there. Job safety, right? Like long-term or longevity in even a romantic relationship. So it's like finding safety for you, Cancer, is piecing out. And again, there's a tremendous courage and enthusiasm, excitement to like get the hell out of here. Interesting. But your challenge is, it's like once I think you potentially leave that situation behind, the burning building, I don't know if there's just a moment of like, oh shit, now what do I do? Like the power is in my hand. I can do whatever I want now. I have the magic wand. I don't know if it's something from the past that is making you question your abilities, or it could be the opposite, is that something from the past is something about emotionally cluing you into how to proceed forward on this new path, on this new work endeavor, in this new relationship. It could be a relationship from the past that's coming to the surface, if that's the case, potentially with another water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And yet for you, there's a lot of question marks around it. Even like I don't know why, but in this reading, the Cancer energy is coming off as very feminine. So whatever gender you are, I'm just saying this is representing you. You're kind of looking ahead of where does this romantic, I don't want to say romantic, where does this partnership, where does this relationship, be it romantic or a coworker or whatever, where do they fit into my life? That's very much the energy here. And it's coming from emotional lessons you learned in the past. Again, who you're making room for in your life, who you're giving love to, who you're accepting love from. With this wand, I'm just getting you've been burned in the past. So yeah, something from the past is cluing you into how you want to proceed forward with something that you sit on with great potentiality, right? Wands are all about action and creation. I'm just you getting the magic wand is in your hand. But there's fear and intimidation, like, okay, like, well, how do I want to go from here? I don't, like, something about I don't want to make the mistakes I made in the past. That's your challenge. What are you going to create? Very much like magician energy. The tools are in front of you. You're sitting on a great wealth of emotional knowledge. This is very interesting. But it's like, where do I want to proceed from here? I'm just getting a little, like even road mapping things like on a piece of paper with little question marks and squigglies here. And maybe some of you are like mind mapping your, I don't know, your business or your vacation that you're taking or some sort of plan of action. You've left this behind and it's just like the, so what now? What path? Trailblazing. Like you might be the trailblazer for something, but because you're that person, Cancer, there's a lot of unknown factors. You're the one cutting the path. You're the one leading the charge. So you're learning by trial and error. That's important. You're learning by trial and error. And a lot of what is guiding you or inspiring you to make the decisions you're making, I like this. It's based in your emotions and your intuition. And again, the past. There are many things very significant in your past is emotionally guiding you down this new path. I hope that lands. But yeah, that's what's coming up here. Interesting. All right. I like it though. For your challenge or focus, that's kind of cool. I'm just getting the idea of like you're weed whacking through bushes, like literally cutting the path for maybe for those to follow. You have Six of Wands, actually, which in the Rider-Waite deck, kind of the classic tarot deck, if you will, it's somebody marching triumphantly through a parade, or on horseback, I should say, and all eyes are on them. They're in the spotlight. They, again, trailblazing. You've done something. There's been some sort of feat or accomplishment that people are just in awe of you. You were a spectacle. You were a person to be watched and admired and looked at. Because you survived this tower? Interesting. Maybe whatever that was gave you the confidence to leave this messy situation behind. The help available to you, Cancer, during the month of September is partnership. Yeah, very cool. Two of Cups. So that's one of your cards. Cancerian energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, water. Love. Again, who you're giving your cup to. And it doesn't just have to be people. For a lot of you, it probably will be. Business partnership, romantic partnership, family, friends, whoever. Going out and enjoying the lightheartedness, despite the question marks, despite the unknowns of where that trail you're blazing leads. Partnership and emotional support systems are going to be very helpful to you. But we were saying with the Six of Cups, lessons learned in the past of how much is too much to give. Restraint and holding back, and I don't want to say cutting people off. You don't have swords here, but knowing who you want to network with, knowing who you want to mingle with. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I'm getting, Cancer, you're vibing really high. You're coming out of a situation that was just like a strain on your energy, your light. It was dimming your light. It's like you're out of there, baby, and like you're just like the spark of a new match, the flame, right? Our eye is drawn to the flame, to the fire. You're vibing high, so yeah, it's like, make sure that you're exchanging cups, meeting up with people, socializing, social engagements, networking with people who are at your level. And if they're not, you're not going to be rude about it. But yeah, it's like I do want to say that sort of like emotionally shutting them out, emotionally cutting them off. You're not giving your love and your light to people who are not worthy, which is badass, Cancer. I love that. That's gnarly. Yeah, there may be one key player that's going to be a huge emotional support system to you. Let's clarify this partnership. Or you may meet someone that is going to be a key factor in the business that you're going into. If you're applying and putting resumes out there, there may be one person in particular who's like, oh, give me your resume. Like, I'll pass it on to this person. Like someone, again, partnership, who's going to, I don't know, something about their emotions, their intentions are very pure. And intuitively, I think you're going to be able to sense that, Cancer. I'm just kidding. You've learned the hard way about who you can trust. And so you're apprehensive to make space in your life for unknowns, for the question marks, for the strangers. But yeah, coming in as a help to you is some sort of partnership, someone who is offering their love or guidance or support. And I'm just getting it's going to be mutually beneficial. You add something to their life and they add something to yours. Clarifying this Two of Cups is interesting, the Five of Pentacles. So that's a tricky energy. The Five of Pentacles is typically a card of imbalance, right? It could be imbalance in money, in funds. So again, for those exiting a job or even a family dynamic where you are dependent on the paycheck or someone's money, the freedom may feel good, but yeah, there may be question marks of, oh shit, well, now I have to find a job, or now I have to find a main source of income. This person may be of assistance in that arena. This person may have gone through challenges, through, a similar isolation, or even like abandonment can sometimes be the Five of Pentacles. Struggles, challenges, right? Any fives in tarot, they're agents of change and chaos. Coming from this chaos and change, maybe being among other groups of people, again, networking, allowing new people and kind of just flooding in and out of your life. Putting yourself out there, this could be what that is. From that kind of chaos or challenges that you're facing, there's challenges here with this new path. Again, solid and mutually beneficial partnership may present itself, and it's going to be helpful. Let's throw one of these on it. What is this Two of Cups about? These are little Gypsy cards. I don't use a lot, but they're great, and I've been using them for September monthlies. What is this Two of Cups partnership card about? about this person may come from a similar path. Like it's almost like your stories have mirrored. It's like when you left your job, they left theirs, and then something about you guys coming together is going to be mutually beneficial, even if it's just exchanging of thoughts and knowledge. But again, it's based in like emotions, which again, that's you, Cancer. You love someone who you can vibe on that like emotional level with. Someone who's like on your team, or it just feels like they're part of your tribe. And it's, for a lot of you, it's new. With the Two of Cups, it's unless this has something to do with it. The Six of Cups is the past, but yeah, I don't know. That's more guiding the new path, is lessons you've learned in the past. It's like the newer version of yourself. And something about this has to do with not being not being fooled, not being deceived anymore. It's like when you feel that something is off, it's because it is. And you've learned that the hard way, maybe by not listening to your intuition, by rushing in the way that fiery energy is. It's excitement and it's enthusiasm, but it's maybe not thinking things through or not honoring your feelings in the past. You've learned from that. And so that's what I like about this partnership, is the vibes that this person is putting out. Yeah, like intuitively, it feels in sync. There's something about synchronicities with this person. Like their story mirrors yours, and it's something about that is very comforting to you, Cancer. You're cut from the same cloth, or of the same, fill in the blank. Consolation. I just heard consolation prize, but I don't think that that's what this is. Oh, maybe it is, though. Maybe it's the idea of you've survived some major upheaval in your life, and it wasn't for nothing. This was these major challenges and lessons, Cancer. It was making you a stronger person. It was making you a warrior. It was making you you were being forced to fight for yourself, to get over that Five of Wands conflict, to fight for what you believe in, exert energy and passion. So that something about like you can get to your new start that you've always wanted. And maybe that has to do with a romantic partnership. It's like as a reward for all your challenge, by showing up every day, even though you didn't want to, even though it was hard, even though it was challenging, even though it was uncomfortable, even though you didn't like who you were working with, or even though it was hard to end that relationship, you showed up. It's like you showed up and you did the work, and yeah, it's almost like you're being rewarded for that. Like an angel is dropping a blessing your way. And this also has to do with this new person coming in. There's something very healing about their energy, which again is mirroring you, Cancer, because your energy tends to be quite healing as well. You console each other. This person may be like a work with emotions in like some sort of therapy, or some sort of, I get this for Cancer all the time, some sort of career that is very nurturing, that is very healing. Maybe some sort of artistic, or like an artist of some kind, and the crux of what they do is based in provoking or extracting emotions from people. Yeah, their energy is soothing even during times of chaos and change. Even during times where financially you may not be the most stable, this person doesn't hold that against you. Again, they vibe very much with you. There's like a soul connection here. You may feel like this person was like delivered to you from the angels, from above, from the universe. And for a lot of you, it might be romantic. It might be with a Taurus. It might be with another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But whether it is romantic or not, and it absolutely could be, but if it's not, it's still that vibe of, oh my God, we're so in sync. It's something about like a savior. Maybe they come in and they offer you the missing piece to that puzzle of that project you're working on. You're like, oh my God, where did you come from? Where have you been all my life type deal? So this could be a very healthy business partnership. Exchanging of cups, some sort of like, let's unite and do this together. Cool. That's the help available to you. What is your guidance? I was just thinking, I haven't seen this card once since I started doing these September readings, and you guys just got it. The Star, the Angel of Hope it's called. Staying grounded, but also keeping one foot in that pool of intuition, in that emotional depth, being or willing to receive messages from spirit, from source, from universe. Something about seeing the synchronicities, it may come to light in this union or this partnership where it finally clicks together. This partnership is what's ending the financial struggle, or even like the physical challenges with the body, something like that, healing. It could be like a doctor or something. Your advice is to keep nurturing your own soul, to honor your body, like it sounded like your body is your temple, but also honoring your emotions. How I was saying, if you feel something, if you're picking up on a vibe, whether it's good or bad, honor that. Even if it doesn't involve acting on it immediately, because I think you're going to want to with Ace of Wands. Honor that feeling that's coming up, and I'm just getting like really take a deep dive into it. Taking a swan dive, I know this sounds kind of silly, but into that emotion that you're feeling. Really like all those question marks that are coming up, why are they coming up? Why do you feel this way? Why do you feel joy when you're with this person? Why does this person bring you this kind of like chaotic, nervous energy when you're around them? Why does going down this path bring you anxiety? It's like really looking at the details of like your body, your source, like aligning mind, body, and spirit to really like be in like this, again, raised vibration with clarity about who you are and what you want. And with the idea, it's like that North Star that's guiding you. Yes, you're trailblazing, you're cutting a new path, and there's lots of question marks, but I'm just getting this path is divinely guided. You were meant to go down this path. It may have been something you were supposed to explore in your past, and it's not that it was a missed opportunity. It clearly isn't. It just got put on delay, or you were meant to kind of circle back to it after you did some challenging work on yourself. Now this new emotional opportunity that maybe it was something you loved in your childhood, you're rediscovering, your passion for it has started anew. It's re-energized. Something about this path, well, it's maybe scary or unknown or uncertain, you're excited about it, and it's divinely guided. There is a North Star guiding you. So when you are feeling lost, in chaos, in financial struggle, in imbalances, know that it's temporary. Change, something about change is inevitable here. The sun will rise and set. It's not always going to be crystal clear. It's not going to be bright as day. Joy, growth, illumination. Yes, you have that to look forward to, but you also have the star. So even in darkness, finding hope. Thinking large scale. This is the card of Aquarius. So innovative thoughts, even during times of darkness, when it feels like you're not making progress, it's like keeping a broader scope, keeping the larger picture in mind of, whatever I'm going through, it's temporary. There will always be change. There will always be hope. And because the star, I feel like I've gotten this for Cancer a few times, because the star can promote the idea, I just said promote, I didn't even mean to, but this is going off of what I'm saying, can be the idea of celebrity, if you will. And I know that term has kind of an icky connotation, but the idea of you are a star among men, a star among women, a star among people. The way the flame draws the eye, we were saying that, right? Like you have this new fire burning inside you as and exterior too. It's like you are light, you are source, you are drawing the eye. The idea of the crowds, peoples, the follower, maybe on social media, your business is getting a lot of followers. This is the idea, because it's the angel of hope, whatever it is you're doing, whatever trail you're blazing, it's bringing hope and light to those around you. Even if it's just your family, even if it's just you, maybe you had to leave work because for those going through like a medical issue, you showing up to the gym every morning, even though you may feel like crap, like changing your diet, changing some sort of lifestyle, other people around you are recognizing it, and you're giving them hope that it's not only that you're going to be okay, it's like you're inspiring hope within them to like, wow, look at Cancer, like I admire them. They're giving me hope that, like, there's hope for me. Very cool. We're doing okay for time. Clarify this one last card. What is this star about for Cancer? There's importance here of staying grounded. Those important emotional lessons you've learned of the past, they've allowed you to grow. I just heard your heart grew 3 sizes, which I feel like is a reference to the Grinch, and I'm not at all saying that there was that energy here. If anything, it's the opposite. It's you've been around people who were not vibing high, and by going through maybe emotional turmoil or some sort of imbalance with them, you've had to learn to raise your vibe and not take on the energy of like energy vampires, of bottom feeders. You're vibing high. You're the star. You're so high in the sky they can't touch you anymore, Cancer. You are pure. Something about your innocence may be being restored here with that 6 of Cups. The innocence before you got tainted and tarnished by a really tricky relationship or a really toxic work environment or whatever that tower is that you are so excited to leave. You are swan diving out of there. It's made you who you are. It's really something about like your heart grew 3 sizes, but it didn't come easily. There were difficult emotional lessons involved, but it's made you recognize what real love is, what your true calling, and what your being more in touch with your intuition and more aligned with what your heart desires, and not giving to those who again give you that weird vibe, because you're not making the mistakes you've made in the past. And ultimately they weren't mistakes, were they? They were lessons. They were lessons that were difficult and you had to go through, but new cups will be had. New love will emerge. 2 of Wands. Yeah, choosing a new path. The road less traveled. Something about this person, about their... I said this to, I think, Capricorn as well. You might be dealing with a Capricorn. You were very intuitive and almost like psychically connected. You guys vibe high together. You feel it. You feel good vibes around them. And there's something about you're either emotionally connected, you can speak without words. You guys can read each other's body language, but also each other's soul. I am kind of getting soulmate energy here. It might be a fire sign coming in, specifically an Aries. Someone who's very creative. And confident, but it's not cocky. They've been through some battles too. They've had to wear some battle armor in order to get where they are. But yeah, it's like there's more than enough love to go around here is sort of what I'm getting. And again, maybe you both are at a crossroads, and that's where you two meet or align. Old women. Something about your guardians or ancestors, your spirit guides, the angels watching over you, especially those who are closely connected with a female figure, an aunt, a mother, a grandmother. There may be some charm you carry around that belonged to somebody in your family, or you may have a tattoo that is like a family emblem or something, involving like the legacy of your... For most of you, it's family, this could even be if some of you went to see a tarot reader or a psychic or someone of that nature. Spirituality is a key player here. There may be some token or piece of information you took away that comes to surface, potentially with this partnership, or a sign, a symbol, your North Star to go down a specific path that you're encountering. While you're trailblazing, there may be options. You go from the one of here I go to like a fork in the road. The old woman is guiding you. I hope that lands for something, for someone. This could also represent the idea of someone you want to grow old with, someone you see a great amount of like soulmate potential, partnership. Again, like your vibes match. This could also represent the idea of this is someone you want to build a family with, a legacy, someone you want to grow old with. Like the wedding singer song, I Want to Grow Old With You, when Robbie Hart sings to Julia at the end on the plane. Oh, guys, it hits me in the feels every time. Cancer, I hope that's what's coming in for you, because that sounds amazing. That's what I got for you. Let me know what resonated for you in the comments below. Please do like, share, subscribe, and happy September. Bye, guys.